Hi, am I on the air?
Yep.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag round it, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud, hammer in the air. Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better. Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off-scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I slow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke or the steam on any given night. How short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about, I tune in and tune the rest out. Don, you gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air?
Hey, am I on the air? Oh yeah, you know I am. What is going down, everybody? Welcome to the show. This here is Am I on the Air? It is August the 21st. I am your humble host, Don Mega, and tonight it's season 13, episode 6. Tonight's show title is Once You See That Shit. So welcome to the show. Glad to be back. It has been 2 weeks since our last episode. I was on such a roll there, getting things done, getting the show out on a weekly basis, covering everything for you guys' entertainment news. Even did, 2 episodes in a 1 week span, pretty much, a couple weeks ago for you guys, just to kind of keep everybody up on everything. But I'll tell you, life, once again, gets away from you. It's been super, super busy, very busy at work, a lot of stuff going down, and there just was not enough time last week to get the show out. So, decided to hold off, and instead of doing some little half-ass kind of show on Tuesday or Wednesday, I decided to just wait to the following Sunday, which is here, August 21st, and record the new episode here tonight for you guys and just cover the whole 2 weeks like we've done before. So, no harm, no foul. Thank you all for chilling and waiting for me to get this episode out. And once again, apologize for anybody that struggled through the past week with no episode to rely on. For those of you wondering where is the new Red Dragons Assemble, I ask you the same question. I actually talked to Peeps about it the other day, and we're going to try to make that work out this week. So, in the meantime, if you haven't heard our latest episode, oh my, go to reddragonsradio.com and once again check out the Oh My Season 2 premiere episode of Red Dragons Assemble, and hopefully we'll have a new episode up later this week. But for this week on Am I on the Air, I have 2 movie reviews for you. I got last week's movie review, which is Sausage Party, and this week's movie review, which is War Dogs. So let's just jump right into it and get cracking. So last week, like I said, Sausage Party, and that is kind of where our show title stems from. I guess not kind of. That is where our show title stems from. Once you see that shit, it'll fuck you up for life. A hilarious part in the trailer. I've been looking forward to this movie since the first trailer dropped. This, of course, is the animated film done by Seth Rogen and his buddies, where the food in the grocery store comes to life. They think once they're bought, they're going on to Valhalla. They're going on to, the other side of greatness. Little do they know that they're going home to get eaten and massacred. And the premise is hilarious. And each of the couple trailers that they released for it were just as hilarious, especially the Red Band stuff. And I'll tell you, like I said, man, this was one of my most anticipated movies. I was looking so forward to it. Unfortunately, it didn't live up to the hype. It was good. I liked it, but it was definitely not what I thought it would be. I honestly thought this was going to be a 4 or 5 star movie, just like killing me, gut-busting laughs. It just wasn't there. It really, really wasn't. It has its moments, don't get me wrong. I mean, there are some very strong laughs in this movie and some pretty over-the-top stuff that they do that's pretty hilarious. But overall, it gets boring at times. There's only so much of, cursing food you can handle, I guess, in a 2-hour span. It is about an hour and a half movie. But I don't know. I don't know if it was just my expectations were too high, but in the end result, it just was okay. It is doing really well at the box office. They are talking about doing a sequel. We'll probably have some sequel news a little bit later on the show. And, I'd say I'd be looking forward to seeing a sequel, especially based on how this movie ends and kind of the tease that they give you about going into a sequel. So, I wouldn't be against it, that's for sure. But overall, as a movie, as a standalone, I have to give Sausage Party 3 out of 5 stars. It was good, and that was about it. So 3 out of 5 for that. This week's movie was War Dogs, and this is the true story, directed by Todd Phillips, who did the Hangover trilogy. This has Jonah Hill and Miles Teller in it. Bradley Cooper's in a supporting role on it. He's also a producer on the film. And like I said, it's a true story about a couple friends who end up getting into some hijinks, so to speak, selling guns during the Iraqi war. And I liked the trailer, and that's obviously why I went to go see it. I said it looks decent enough to give a shot. And I ended up really enjoying this movie. I thought it was directed very well. I thought it was acted very well. Miles Teller, this might have been my favorite performance from Miles Teller in this movie. I thought he was great. I thought Jonah Hill was hilarious in it. His character was great. I loved the way the story took me. Yeah, there's some times where it comes off a little bit predictable and you know where it's going, but I was invested the entire time, and I was, I didn't know about the true story, so I didn't know how the movie was going to end. And even though, like I said, it feels a little paint by the numbers sometimes, I thought it was an excellent movie. So I walked out of War Dogs very, very impressed, and I will definitely buy this one on Blu-ray when it comes out. So for me, I give War Dogs 4 out of 5 stars. Really, really enjoyed this one, and glad it's doing pretty well at the box office right now. So those are your 2 movie reviews for the week. Sausage Party 3 out of 5 and War Dogs 4 out of 5. Alright, so let's transition into what y'all came here for, and that is the entertainment news of the past 2 weeks. So we'll make our way through it. Going back to a little bit of Suicide Squad, Jared Leto has been kind of speaking out a little bit, saying how he's a little disappointed by how little of Joker there is in the new Suicide Squad movie. That when he signed on, he was promised, hey, this role's this big, and he feels lied to. He felt kind of swindled in to sign to do this movie because they were going to focus so much on him and Harley, and they didn't. There's a whole bunch of deleted scenes. There's, of course, a ton of rumors out there talking about an R-rated cut of the film. Jared Leto said that, probably if you take together all of the footage that they shot of him as Joker, he says you probably have a whole movie that you could put together just based on that footage. That's pretty crazy to me that they would have that much banked of the Joker. And we're also hearing a lot of these rumors saying that he's pissed, he doesn't want to play this role anymore. Like, I don't know what's true, I don't know what's not true. I felt like he was very invested into this character. I've heard him in interviews say that he would like to go against Superman and all kinds of stuff, so I don't really feel that is true about him wanting out. I'm sure he's probably a little bit disappointed that the role wasn't as big as he had hoped it to be. But, it's a Suicide Squad movie, it wasn't a Joker movie, so I am looking forward to seeing him reprise his role down the road. I would like to see him go head-to-head with Ben Affleck's Batman, and we'll have to wait and see, but that's kind of a little bit of the rumors going on there. Moving on, Hulu says that they're ending its free streaming service. So, I love Hulu. I've been paying for it for a long time. I didn't even know they still offered a free service. It's definitely worth it to pay for, especially without commercials, and you can watch all of the latest programming on network television. So I say get with it. The TV show Empire, they have confirmed that Mariah Carey is going to be on season 3, and I did post up an article confirming of what her role is going to be. I won't read it because I don't want people getting mad at spoilers, but you can check that out. Brooklyn Nine-Nine and New Girl are going to do a crossover episode. I love the idea of this. I'm a big fan of both of these shows, so I cannot wait to see a crossover episode between these two. I think that's going to be pretty awesome. Supposedly Amy Schumer is going to have a guest spot on Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, and The Simpsons all in one night. That is pretty crazy, but leave it up to Amy Schumer to pull something like that off. So that is awesome. Christopher Lambert has joined Kickboxer Retaliation. You know Christopher Lambert. He's the Highlander. There can be only one. And he is joining Kickboxer Retaliation, which is the sequel to the rebooted Kickboxer Vengeance of the rebooted Jean-Claude Van Damme Kickboxer movie from the 80s. So, you know, we haven't even seen Kickboxer Vengeance yet, and they're already casting and moving forward with the sequel. So, hey, you know, it's good casting here. I haven't seen Christopher Lambert in a long time. Legends of Tomorrow has cast Power Rangers actress Sarah Gray as Stargirl. I don't know much about Stargirl, but I do like Legends of Tomorrow, so hey, cool addition there. We have the new poster for Resident Evil, the final chapter, plus the brand new poster for Luke Cage. I'm very, very happy about this. And this isn't, I guess, 100% confirmed by DC yet, but this comes from a very good source, that DC is actively, finally developing a direct Man of Steel sequel. So I love it. I love Man of Steel. It's one of my all-time favorite superhero movies. I'm a big Superman fan. Man of Steel, I thought, was a beautiful kind of reboot of the Superman character. Henry Cavill, awesome Superman. I'm a big fan of the DC Cinematic Universe, and I'd like to see them continue this, and I think a good direct sequel for Man of Steel will be awesome, especially with all the events that have transpired since BVS and then obviously Justice League. It'd be really cool to see where we go with on a Man of Steel sequel. So very happy to hear that DC's finally moving forward on that. The director of Shrek is set to direct a live-action version of Curious George. The Simpsons will air an hour-long episode for the first time in their 28-season history up in their upcoming season. That's crazy. Star Wars Rebels Season 3 is set to premiere on September 24th. Breck Eisner is the new director for the Friday the 13th movie that they're going to be putting together here, one of the sequels, reboots. Who knows what they're doing with Friday the 13th anymore at this point. Lucifer has added Michael Imperioli as an angel in season 2, so that's a pretty cool addition there to the show. Lucifer is an awesome show, by the way, and if you haven't seen it, check it out. It is available on Hulu. It plays on Fox, and it did get picked up for a second season, so if you never watched the first one, go back and check it out. Speaking of Fox Network, they have also confirmed that they are in significant talks to do more X-Files episodes. No shocker there. The X-Files revival last year was a big, big hit. So, Gotham. Now, I know a lot of you have given up on this show. The second season was really good, but Gotham is set to introduce a proto Harley Quinn and Killer Croc in season 3. Not sure what they're saying, proto version of Killer Croc and Harley Quinn, but that's the rumor. You know how they love to throw in all our villains very early. Batman is still like 12 years old in this, but hey, it is what it is. Oh man, just lost my spot. Alright, cool. Robert De Niro and Julianne Moore are set to star in David O. Russell's new TV series. So that's pretty cool additions there that he's got going on. We have the very brand new trailer for Marvel's Luke Cage. Yes, Luke Cage is debuting on Netflix September 30th, and we have the first trailer posted for that on our Facebook and Twitter page, and it's awesome, man. I'm looking so forward to Luke Cage. This, of course, is the latest in the Netflix series. We had Daredevil, we had Jessica Jones, we had Daredevil Season 2, and now Luke Cage. For those of you that saw Jessica Jones, this is the character that was involved in most of the Jessica Jones Season 1, sorry. And then we're branching off Luke into his own show here that starts next month on September 30th, so very cool. We have the new trailer for IT, starring Pierce Brosnan. Brand new trailer for The Sea of Trees, starring Naomi Watts. Trailer for Brother Nature, starring Gillian Jacobs. The new official Red Band trailer for Bad Santa 2, starring Billy Bob Thornton. We have the brand new, just dropped trailer for Resident Evil, the final chapter. Yes, Mila Jovovich is back in the 5th Resident Evil movie. It might even be the 6th at this point, man. I can't even keep count. They've progressively gotten worse. I love Resident Evil. I didn't like the first one. I really liked 2 and 3, and then they have just been downhill for 4 and 5. Yeah, so this is the 6th one. Holy shit. So Resident Evil, the final chapter, even though they've been shit, I will be there on day 1, checking this out, and finally closing a book on this damn franchise. So check out the trailer for that if you're interested. We have an honest trailer for the Emmys that was put together, which is pretty cool. Everything Wrong with How to Train Your Dragon 2. Tom Cruise's new movie, Mina, has been given a new name and a delayed release date. So yeah, things are getting mixed up here on this new movie. This is one that he's did with Doug Liman, who worked with him on Edge of Tomorrow. So they've revamped the movie, and then now instead of it being called Mina, it's now been renamed American Made. It was supposed to come out on January 6th, and now the film's been delayed all the way till September 29th, 2017. So no word yet on why, but that's what's going on. Miles Teller says that he would make a Fantastic Four sequel if they were to move forward, so that's good. I'm glad to see that he's still invested in the character and would love to come back if given an opportunity. Taran Killam and Jay Pharoah will not return for SNL Season 42. This is a massively big bummer for me. These two guys are two of the best characters they got going on right now on SNL. This is a blow to the SNL cast, plain and simple. Jay Pharoah is so hilarious. He does all the impressions. He does an awesome Jay-Z, Hove. And Taran Gilliam is super funny in his own right. He's a writer for SNL. He does a lot of the sketches. It's crazy, man. I can't believe that they're not coming back to SNL. And it almost comes across too that it was more of SNL's decision to not bring them back than it was theirs. So, ouch. I got some good news on them though coming up here soon. Brie Larson is set to make her directorial debut with Unicorn Store. I don't know much else other than that. So I guess we'll consider this as part of our new favorite segment here on Am I on the Air, which is Rock Rolls. So Rock Rolls is a segment I started about, almost 2 months ago. Every time we talk about Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, we'll do a little Rock Rolls. And there's some tension going on right now, and this might be a little bit of older news now, but this was really hot a couple weeks ago, talking about Fast 8. Of course, The Rock's been filming Fast 8, and he's pretty much wrapped on the stuff that he's doing, and he basically, here's what he said, and I quote, "This is my final week of shooting Fast and Furious 8. There's no other franchise that gets my blood boiling more than this one. An incredible, hard-working crew. Universal has been great partners as well. My female co-stars always amazing, and I love them. My male co-stars, however, are a different story. Some conduct themselves as stand-up men and true professionals, while others don't. The ones that don't are too chicken shit to do anything about it anyway. Candy asses. When you watch this movie next April, and it seems like I'm not acting in some of these scenes and my blood is legit boiling, you're right. Bottom line is, it'll play great for the movie, and it fits the Hobbs character that's embedded in my DNA extremely well. The producer in me is happy about this part. Final week on Fast 8, and I'll finish strong. Hashtag Iceman cometh. Hashtag F8. Hashtag zero tolerance for candy asses." End quote. So yeah, he basically called out some of his male co-stars. As further time has gone on here, it has pretty much come out that it's Vin Diesel that he's talking about. That Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Vin Diesel have just been clashing on set. That Vin has been kind of a diva on set and just doesn't come out of his trailer until it's late, and he's holding everybody up, and Rock just ain't putting up with this shit. So you know what? Fast 8 may be the last time we see Hobbs in a Fast and Furious movie. Universal might just take a cue here and spin off his character and try to move forward with him in a different spin-off universe than continuing in the Fast and Furious movies. Who knows? Maybe he'll be back for 9 and 10, but this doesn't seem likely, figuring how deep this feud is going between him and Vin. So we don't have any exact details. This is just a lot of speculation, but it definitely revolves around The Rock and Vin Diesel. So hopefully they can kiss and make up. So let's see here. What else do we got? Tom Hiddleston is back as Loki. We had our first picture of Tom Hiddleston on the Thor Ragnarok set, announcing that Loki is back. So very, very cool. We knew he'd be returning. I mean, especially with how Thor The Dark World ended, that we'd have to have Loki back. But it's always cool to see him back in character with the long black hair and everything going on. We actually have another Red Band trailer for Bad Santa 2 that you can check out. I have a bunch of articles up. There's a brand new video game out called No Man's Sky, and this is a game that myself and Geeky Pat have been playing a lot and having a lot of fun with. It's a really cool game, and I've been posting a lot of articles of kind of like tips, 15 things you need to do, things to avoid, stuff like that. So if you're playing No Man's Sky, why don't you take a quick breeze through my Twitter stream over at twitter.com/amiontheair and check it out and see if it helps you out at all. We have posted a ton of little teasers for American Horror Story Season 6. The network is saying that these are misdirects that don't really read too much into it. They're just stuff to spice up the new season. So take that for what you will. TriStar Pictures is set to reboot the Chronicles of Narnia, and they're going to start with the Silver Chair. So I don't know if we really necessarily need that, but yeah. Noah is going to be getting a new love interest on the new season of The Affair when it starts. I do love The Affair. It's on Showtime, by the way. You should check it out if you haven't seen it. Patrick Stewart says to expect a very different Xavier in the new Wolverine movie. I'm very interested to see where they're going with this new Wolverine movie, because I am just completely lost by these set pictures. Let's see here. John Krasinski is set to play a funnier version of the usual Jack Ryan. Jack Ryan is moving forward as an Amazon show. I believe Amazon signed it for 10 episodes coming up, and John Krasinski is going to play Jack Ryan on the show. Let's see here. Ingrid Goes West has added O'Shea Jackson Jr., Billy Magnuson, and Wyatt Russell to the cast. Got a big article up with the showrunner of Jessica Jones talking about season 2, a little bit of direction they're going there. Also about the Defenders. So check that out. Aisha Tyler will become a series regular on season 12 of Criminal Minds coming up. CBS has renewed Zoo for season 3. CBS has also picked up Big Brother for seasons 19 and 20. Ocean's 8, which we've talked about a lot on the show over the past couple months. This is the female reboot. Well, not reboot, more sequel to the Ocean's 11, 12, 13 movies. Ocean's 8 has just added Anne Hathaway and Rihanna to the cast. So that's very interesting. This cast is rounding out very, very nicely, along with Sandra Bullock and a bunch of other people. So I like it. CBS says that they're pretty confident that The Big Bang Theory is going to continue past season 10. Right now the show is renewed through season 10, and there's been a lot of speculation that that's it. They're going to end the show at that point. But now it's sounding like they're going to want to stretch the damn thing out. So we'll see. I'm a big fan of Big Bang Theory, but I don't know if there's any need to really stretch the show past the season 10. Alrighty, this is a little piece of news that I'm kind of down for. We've been talking a lot over the years on this show about a Crow reboot. We've had different directors, we've had different stars attached. And about 6 months ago, it looked like this project was dead in the water. There was some bankruptcy problems going on. Jack Houston, who's in this weekend's new Ben-Hur movie, he was supposed to be the Crow, and then he dropped out. Well, now, word is that the movie is back on, and none other than Jason Momoa, Aqua-Man himself, is in talks for the film. It looks like it's a very close to done deal. There was a picture on Instagram of the director with Jason Momoa, and they're very happy talking about this movie, and it seems like they want to do it together. Jason Momoa in talks for the Crow. I love it. I think it's a good fit for this movie. I think he would be an excellent Crow, an excellent Eric Draven. I'm down, man. I'm down. You know, a lot of people I know hate reboots. They say, leave my classics alone. Believe me, The Crow is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I'm down for a reboot. Give me something new, man. I want to see a fresh take on it, especially with somebody like Jason Momoa stepping into those shoes. So let's do it. So I'm down. There is a new... So back in... I don't know when the hell this came out, but Star Wars The Force Awakens. I believe the Blu-ray hit maybe this past April. And there was a lot of people that were wondering where the hell was the 3D version. There was no 3D version to buy. Well, we should have known that Disney and Lucasfilm were just trying to make that dollar holla holla. And that's what they did here, because coming out here in November is going to be Star Wars The Force Awakens, the 3D Collector's Edition. So, of course, should have known better. The brand new, 3D Collector's Edition is coming out in November. Money grubbers. Buffy alum Charisma Carpenter is heading to Lucifer, so another great addition to Lucifer. Antoine Fuqua, great director who did Training Day. He's doing the brand new Magnificent Seven that comes out next month. He's in talks to direct a Scarface remake. I can dig that. Now let's just see if Denzel Washington becomes Tony Montana. So we'll see. We put up brand new season synopsises for Supergirl, The Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow. So if you're interested, go check those out to see what the new seasons are going to be about. Michael Chernus has been cast as the villain, the Tinkerer, in Marvel's new Spider-Man Homecoming movie that will be out next summer. So very cool. Back to another update on Rock Rolls. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is set to produce a competitive drumming documentary series. Yes, I did not just make that up. A competitive drumming documentary series. So that's your latest update on Rock Rolls. And that's not going to be the last time we have a Rock Rolls update tonight. So moving on here, going back to Jason Momoa and Aqua-Man, it has been confirmed that Aqua-Man is going to be fighting his longtime nemesis, the Black Manta, up on the big screen. So Black Manta will be the villain in the Aqua-Man movie. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I wouldn't expect anything less from the Aqua-Man movie. Emily Carmichael is set to direct the Lumberjanes movie. I don't know nothing about that. David Fincher supposedly is in talks to possibly direct the World War Z sequel, so we'll see how well that pans out. We have a brand new Red Band. I don't think David Fincher, is going to direct World War Z, but we'll see. We have a brand new Red Band trailer for Don't Breathe. I am looking so forward to this movie. That is going to be the new movie of next weekend, so we'll have a review of that on the next show. But man, Don't Breathe looks awesome. So, Ghostbusters sequel is looking very grim after box office disappoints. It looks like they're going to lose about $70 million on the new Ghostbusters reboot. So even though they were very, very positive they were going to move forward on a sequel about a month ago, it's not looking too likely anymore. So that's a bummer. I liked the Ghostbusters reboot. I thought they had a good team with this new cast. And unfortunately, people just didn't go see it. It was a funny movie, got good reviews, but I don't know, man. It sucks. Jennifer Lopez has been cast as the cocaine godmother for a new HBO movie, so that'll be interesting. We have a whole bunch of new details about the new Star Trek Discovery show that is coming to CBS. and it might even have a female lead. So if you want to hear all about it, check out the details on the new Star Trek TV show. I also have several articles up about the Rock and Vin Diesel feud that you can check out if you haven't seen yet. We do know that with the Star Trek stuff that just a little bit of tidbits, like Star Trek showrunner hints at a serialized format. He says they're telling a Star Trek novel over 13 episodes. And then also in the timeline, this show is set 10 years before Kirk's 5-year mission, not before his birth. So that's a very interesting point to point out. Looking over here and crossover reboots that might not happen, Jonah Hill says that he doesn't think the 23 Jump Street movie is going to happen. We've talked about this for a while now. The plan was to merge 23 Jump Street with Men in Black, and we were going to do 23 MIB. I thought this was a done deal. They had signed a director. It sounded like everybody was on, but now Jonah Hill's saying that this was just a pipe dream kind of thing that he didn't think was going to happen, and it's too much of a nightmare trying to get all the rules and licenses and everything from both franchises to kind of mend together. So he says he just doesn't think it's going to happen right now. So that's kind of a bummer. I know a lot of people thought this was really weird, but I didn't. I thought that it made a lot of sense in the 21 Jump Street world to all of a sudden have them meet up with a couple guys in suits and have them be told they're the Men in Black. Why not? So I'm definitely bummed out about that one. Let's see. Margot Robbie is set to star as a love-torn trapeze artist in a new film called Queen of the Air. Homeland has added some actors from The Flash and Limitless to their new season. James Wan says they are still moving forward on the new Mortal Kombat movie, but says that they won't rush. He promises that they're taking their time and they're gonna get it right. So that's very cool here. We have an article up talking about the new Ghost Rider for the new Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. seasons. Check that out if you want to know a little bit more. Zoe Kravitz has landed a role in Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Seems pretty late in the game, but okay, cool. Hugh Hefner's got a new documentary series coming to Amazon Prime Video. Ezra Miller says that his Flash movie is going to be extremely fun, and that makes me really happy, man. We need that in the DC universe right now. Captain Marvel movie says that they're going to be diverting from the original origin story, says the writer of the Captain Marvel movies. She says that, they got to mix it up a little bit and make it for what works in this MCU. So pretty cool there. We have the first promo for the second season of Scream Queens that you can check out. Gray Damon has been cast as the Mirror Master in the Flash TV show. We have your first look at Gotham's Mad Hatter in the new season of Gotham Season 3. The CW app is coming to Roku, Apple TV, Chromecast, and Amazon Fire. Supposedly new episodes will be up the next day without cable authentication. So that's pretty crazy. Supposedly Supernatural is going to run for as long as Jared and Jensen want to continue, and as long as the ratings are there. So that's pretty crazy. iZombie Season 3 is confirmed to be 13 episodes. Pretty much all of CW's mid-season shows are going to be 13 episodes, except for Reign, which will be 16 episodes. We have your first look at the new Vixen, which is pretty cool, for Legends of Tomorrow. Thomas Gibson, he of course is one of the original players and main people on Criminal Minds, which is my wife's favorite show on television. He got into an altercation on set with a producer of the show, and he got suspended. Then literally the next day, he got fired, and he is no longer going to be on Criminal Minds. It's going to be pretty interesting to see how they write out his character, but it sounds like this dude's pretty much a dick, and they've been putting up with a lot of shit of his over the years, and they're just done with it at this point. So he went from being suspended to fired the very next day. So good luck, Thomas Gibson, on your future endeavors. The CW has scrapped big plans for 2 reboots, and they are looking to dump now the Friday the 13th series and the Little Women series. I'm glad. CW, I don't think, could have pulled off a Friday the 13th series, especially on that kind of network. If you were going to do a Friday the 13th series, that needs to be on an HBO or a Showtime, a Cinemax, something like that. Not the CW, so I'm glad that they kicked that shit out. This I find interesting. Greg Berlanti has confirmed that there will be a musical crossover episode this season between Supergirl and The Flash. I don't know, man. Don't ask me. I don't know why we're doing a musical crossover episode, but Kevin Smith. Speaking of Supergirl and The Flash, Kevin Smith is a great director, and he's a big comic book nerd like we all are, and he directed an episode of The Flash last season, had a great time, and he's been asked back to do another episode of The Flash, so he's agreed, and they've also signed him on to do an episode of Supergirl as well, so that's pretty cool. He's going to direct an episode of Supergirl and The Flash for this upcoming season. The CW has also added Dolph Lundgren as a new villain for Arrow. So that's pretty cool, man. Dolph coming to Arrow? Hells yeah. Hells yeah. A character on The Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, or Legends of Tomorrow will also come out as gay in this upcoming season. So we'll see what they do there. TBS Network has ordered a Drop the Mic series from James Gordon. So that's interesting there. We have your brand new trailer for Rogue One. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. The official first trailer has finally dropped, and you can check it out now. It's pretty damn cool. Bad Boys 3 has been given a new name and is now be officially titled Bad Boys for Life. That is the name of the new film. It was supposed to come out in 2017. There has been a delay, of course, but so it now has a new release date in 2018. So heads up for that. Bad Boys 3 is moving forward. It is moving forward with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. This time directed by Joe Carnahan, and it's now called Bad Boys for Life, and it will be out in 2018. Showtime has set some premiere dates for Homeland and Billions. I love both these shows. I'm still actually behind on Homeland. I didn't even finish last season yet. I'm still working on it. But Homeland is set to premiere for its 6th season on January 15th. Billions will kick off its 2nd season on February 19th. So, still got some time. It's a long ways away. But Masters of Sex is debuting season 4 on September 11th. Shameless on season 7 on October 4th. The Affair season 3 on November 20th. So, very, very cool there. I love Showtime shows, man. They're all pretty damn good. So earlier, I talked about how SNL stars Taran Killam and Jay Pharoah have been booted from SNL, the new season of SNL. Well, the good news is here, they've already landed new pilot shows. And not only did they land new pilots, they both landed pilot episodes for Showtime. So that is awesome. So they are going to Showtime, and we'll see what they come up with. But that makes me very, very excited. So I can't wait to see what they do over there. Speaking of Showtime, they've also renewed Ray Donovan for a 5th season. I love Ray Donovan, man. Just watched the new episode right before I recorded this. So it's a great show. Glad to see it come back for a 5th season. Dave Franco, Olivia Munn, and Jackie Chan are set to do some voices in the Lego Ninjago movie. Maura Tierney reveals that there will be a season 3 time jump in The Affair when it comes back. Arrow's Oliver Queen flashbacks will end in season 5, but will be reimagined for season 6. Season 6 are saying it might have multiple character flashbacks, potentially flash forwards. So I'm just glad we're getting away from the damn flashbacks, because that shit was getting redonkulous. Arrow's creator has shed some light on the Constantine status in the show's universe. They said they would love to have him back, but they just don't have a spot for him right now in the lineups. So I think that's kind of a joke, because I feel like they could fit him into Legend of Tomorrow if they really wanted to, but maybe they just don't. So let's see here. What else do we got? Grant Morrison and Brian Taylor are bringing Brave New World to the Sci-Fi Channel. Rocko's Modern Life TV special is coming to Nickelodeon. Going back to The Flash, they're going to be doing a 2-episode Gorilla City special on The Flash this season, all based around Gorilla Grodd. So that's cool. I'm glad they're finally going back to the well on that one. We have the brand new trailer for Allied, starring Brad Pitt. So you can check that one there. The Assassin's Creed movie, they're saying now that it will feature characters from the video game series. So that's interesting, because originally they said that that was not going to happen. So glad to see that it will. Kevin Hart says he's going to release a rap album under his alter ego Chocolate Droppa. I don't know, man. Let's see here. Billy Bob Thornton says that Bad Santa 2 is funnier and filthier than the original. I would hope so, because I didn't care for Bad Santa very much. Donald Glover may be the top pick to play young Lando Calrissian. Ooh, in the Han Solo movie, maybe. Joss Whedon is rumored to be the director for the Flash Supergirl musical crossover. That would be awesome. So let's go Joss. That would be really, really cool. It was confirmed that... Oh, let's go back. Rock rolls! It's been confirmed that Dwayne The Rock Johnson, his Black Adam in the Shazam movie, that the Shazam movie will fit into the DCEU. So a lot of people were speculating, is it going to be tied in, or is it going to be its own thing? And it is tied in into the DC Cinematic Universe, so that's pretty cool there. Kellen Lutz is being looked at very, very carefully for the role of He-Man. So I think they should get someone else, but you know what? Kellen Lutz wouldn't be that bad of a choice for He-Man, so we'll see. We posted up a very funny video of Kylo Ren giving his reaction to the new Rogue One trailer. It is one of the funniest things you've ever seen. If you understand Star Wars mythology and you've seen The Force Awakens, you need to watch the Kylo Ren reaction to the Rogue One trailer. It is fabulous. Showtime bosses say that Daniel Craig's new show Purity is not expected to interfere with any kind of James Bond production. This is interesting to me because I thought Daniel Craig already said he doesn't want to do James Bond anymore, so why would we even be worried about it conflicting with anything? But maybe he's had a second thought and he's going to finish out his contract, so we'll see. Lots of news on the He-Man movie, by the way, so check out the article if you want to have some ideas about where they're going there. The first trailer for Fast and Furious 8 will drop in December. R.I.P. to Kenny Baker, 1934 to 2016. He was the guy that was inside the R2-D2 outfit in the Star Wars movies, so prayers and thoughts go out to you and your family and loved ones. The It producer compares the remake of It to Stranger Things. Says that the flow and vibe of Stranger Things is very much what they're going for in the It reboot. So that makes me happy because Stranger Things is awesome. If you want to hear a little bit of talk about Stranger Things, you can check out my boy Lynx and his boy Pez. They break down. They're doing a little bit of a after show, so to speak, of Stranger Things right now. I think they've only done the first 2 episodes, with a third one probably coming in the next day or two over on their show Way Off Topic. So if you want to hear a little bit more discussion on that, I was going to guest with them on the first episode, but once again, schedule's not lining up. But Stranger Things is a great show, and I'm glad everybody's getting into it, especially Frank, who doesn't seem to get into any kind of TV shows lately. So I'm glad that we got him into something new. Let's see here. What else do we got? Amy Schumer and Goldie Hawn have wrapped filming on their new mother-daughter comedy, so that's pretty cool there. Will Arnett says he wants Jared Leto. Will Arnett and Jared Leto want to see Lego Batman fight his Suicide Squad Joker, so that'd be interesting to see if they fit that into the Lego Batman movie. Let's see here. Adele says that she will not be performing at the Super Bowl halftime show. She was quoted as basically saying, It's a sports show. It's not about music, so I don't want anything to do with it. So, pretty smart on her behalf. We have the new second trailer for When the Bow Breaks, starring Regina Hall. Check that out. We got some more American Horror Story 6 promos, which I've kind of given up even watching right now, since they kind of already came out and said that they really have nothing to do with anything. The Suicide Squad soundtrack debuts at number 1. That is awesome. It's a great soundtrack. I actually put a song on at the end of last week's show. All that chit-chat's gonna get you hurt. If you listen to that episode, I end the show with the brand new single from Rick Ross with Skrillex, Purple Lamborghini, which is from the Suicide Squad soundtrack. Great song. Shout out to Warner Brothers Records for allowing us to put the track on our episode and giving us the permission to post it up. So very cool of them. So I love that song and definitely wanted to go out with a bang on last week's episode. It's been a long time since I've thrown on an actual song with an Am I on the Air episode, so that was pretty cool. But glad to see the soundtrack doing well. Seth Rogen says that the Sausage Party sequel would be inspired by 80s classics, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. They might do some kind of crossbreed animation live action kind of thing, so that'd be pretty cool. John Williams says that he's ready to begin scoring Star Wars Episode 8. Ooh, it's getting closer. We have the new Batman Arkham VR trailer. Really, really cool. Makes me want to get that VR now. Hulu is going to exclusively stream all seasons of Community and any of the shows or dramas over on WGN, so that's interesting. Jeffrey Rush is set to play Albert Einstein in Nat Geo's new Genius series called Genius. Netflix says that it's possible they may debut the Punisher TV show in 2017. That would be awesome. That would mean that they're going to have to pump out 3 shows next year, though, so we'll see if they come through on that one. Patricia Arquette and Rainn Wilson are set to star in a new comedy called Permanent. FX has ordered a Seth Rogen-produced comedy pilot about artificial intelligence. Hey man, anything Seth Rogen's got his name on, I'm all about. Henry Cavill teased us on Instagram earlier last week with a little piece of his suit, his Superman suit. But you know what the main difference was? It was all black. Very, very cool. That comes straight out the comics when Superman returns from being dead. He's in an all-black suit. This would be incredible. I'm so glad he posted this. It made me super stoked for Superman and Justice League. We posted up the photo on our Instagram page, so if you haven't seen it yet, go to Instagram, search Am I on the Air. You'll see it right there. I think it's our newest post, so check that out. Ben Whishaw is joining the Mary Poppins Returns movie, so that's pretty cool. Robert Downey Jr. is reportedly bringing his Perry Mason show to HBO. So this is interesting here too, because he's been trying to do Perry Mason for years now, and it was supposed to be a movie, and now it looks like they're going to make it an HBO series, and he's still involved. So that's pretty cool, man. There must have been a really cool deal breakdown with HBO, so I love it. The Nightly Show with Larry Wilmore has been canceled, so that sucks. A documentary about the never-released Fantastic Four movie is coming later this year. This is the Roger Corman movie from like the late 90s or early 2000s that was made for like $10. Blackish right now is never mind, sorry, this deal has expired, so forget that I even brought that up. We have the first trailer for Arrival, which is the new Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner alien invasion movie from the director of Prisoners and Sicario. It looks pretty interesting, so check out the trailer for Arrival. We have the first full picture of Pennywise from the It reboot. Super creepy, man. This picture was nuts. So, check that out if you're interested. Anna Paquin is set to star in a new Netflix miniseries called Alias Grace. Don't know much else about it, but that's pretty cool. One of my favorite shows on television. I say that even though I haven't started season 2 yet. I don't know why I'm slacking so much. But Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot has officially been renewed for a 3rd season. So congratulations, USA, for getting it done on that one. Finding Dory has crossed the $900 million mark worldwide. Damn, congratulations, Finding Dory and Disney. Nia Long is set to play Barbara Hershey's role in Lifetime's Beaches remake. Keira Knightley is set to play the Sugar Plum Fairy in Disney's Nutcracker movie. We have a video up of Call of Duty's Infinite Warfare's Zombie Mode, so you can check that out and see what that's all about. Britney Spears is set to perform at the 2016 Video Music Awards. Lizzie Kaplan is set to star in a new comedy called Friend of Bill. Lin-Manuel Miranda and Alan Menken are teaming up for the live-action Little Mermaid movie. Yes, we're moving forward on that live-action Little Mermaid movie, and they will be doing songs of the past plus some new songs. So, pretty cool there as the live-action Little Mermaid movie moves forward at Disney. I Am Kate, the reality series around Caitlyn Jenner, has been canceled, not coming back for a third season. So, wow. The Fantastic Four screenwriter they talk a little bit about the film, about the reboot last year, and talk about what was originally drafted and what got changed and how the studio got involved. It's a pretty interesting read, so check that out. Lady Gaga is confirmed for the Star is Born remake, which she'll be starring with Bradley Cooper. Originally, this role was Beyonce, and then she dropped out, and then now Lady Gaga has been confirmed to star Bradley Cooper, and I believe this is also going to be Bradley Cooper's directorial debut. I'm really excited about this, as right now in my background on mute on my television is Step Brothers, one of the best comedies of all time. Made, of course, awesome because of Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. Well, they're teaming up again, and they're doing a new comedy called Holmes and Watson. Well, yes, they're playing Sherlock Holmes and Watson. That is going to be awesome. Looking very forward to seeing these two reunite once again. Catherine Zeta-Jones is joining Ryan Murphy's latest show called Feud over on FX. Ezra Miller is getting company in the Flash movie. It's being reported that Cyborg is going to be joining him in the solo Flash movie. I like this. I like this idea. I think it's needed for Cyborg because his character is so kind of not known. We don't know how big of a role this is going to be, if it's going to be a cameo, if he's going to be in like half the movie with them or what. But at least they'll have some kind of connection going into this film because it'll be after Justice League. So, great addition. Cyborg joining Ezra Miller in the Flash movie. Ray Fisher is his name, by the way, that plays Cyborg. The live-action Pokemon movie is moving forward, and a pair of writers have been brought on for Detective Pikachu. Oh, God. Makes my head hurt every time I talk about fucking Pokemon. Let's see here. What else do we got going on in G News? So we have a new Everything Wrong With. It's Everything Wrong With Hellboy in 16 minutes or less. We have another honest trailer for Gladiator. Harley Quinn and Deadshot have been revealed as new characters you can play in Injustice 2. Looking so forward to that game next year. Mallory Jansen has been cast as Ada in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They're doing a remake of Clue, and the Clue remake is coming to 20th Century Fox. Peyton Manning, Bo Derek, and Rob Riggle are all set to roast Rob Lowe, who's getting roasted, of course, on Comedy Central. Batman, The Return of the Caped Crusaders trailer has debuted, and it brings back Adam West and Burt Ward, so we're going old school with Batman in the new animated film. Brooklyn Nine-Nine has added Jorma Taccone as Captain Holt's new boss. So I'm anxious to see what they're doing in this new season of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, because they're changing up some casting here, but they're bringing on some great people. A new series called Empress will follow the life of China's only female empress, the 7th century's Wu Zetian. Marvel's Runaways TV series has been ordered to series over at Hulu, so that's cool, man. Hulu's kicking ass, dude, right now, I'm telling you. Right now, you can watch the pilot episode of Jean-Claude Van Damme's new show, which is called, like, Jean-Claude Van Smith or something like that, where he plays himself, but like a crazier version. New Amazon pilots are available to stream right now, including this one, The Tick, and another one called I Love Dick, starring Kevin Bacon. I watched The Tick the other night, and it was not good. I didn't like it at all, really, but I'm definitely interested to check out the Jean-Claude Van Damme one, so hopefully I'll be able to talk about that in the next episode. Going back to Hulu, OJ Made in America is now available to stream over on Hulu. James Marsden and Toby Kebbell joined Sofia Vergara in a new movie called The Female Brain. A 30-disc Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit collector set is coming in October. This thing is fucking insane. Natalie Portman says that she thinks she's done with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. She's confirming that she is not in the new Thor movie, and says that it looks like she's done with her contract at this point. She does go on to say, like, you know, hey, if they want to bring me back for Avengers 7 down the road or something, she goes, there's nothing saying that I couldn't come back. But as of right now, she thinks she's done with the MCU. So, a little bit of a bummer there. I feel like we didn't get proper closure there. I mean, the last Thor movie was kind of him sacrificing and becoming king to go live on Earth with her, and we never went anywhere with that. So, kind of interesting. We have new details on Star Wars Battlefront, new Death Star mode that they're coming out with. Amy Schumer says that her TV show Inside Amy Schumer over on Comedy Central is not canceled, but is going to take a long break. Max Landis, he might be writing a remake or a reboot of The American Werewolf in London, so that would be interesting if that's what he's doing. Comedy Bang Bang is set to end this season. Suicide Squad is past the $500 million mark as of a couple days ago, so that's pretty cool there. Jason Clarke, Keira Knightley, and Alexander Skarsgård are set to headline a post-World War II drama called The Aftermath. Taylor Kitsch has joined Dylan O'Brien in American Assassin. The movie also co-stars Michael Keaton, so that's a pretty decent cast there. The website Gawker is being shut down after 14 years in business. TJ Miller is set to host the Critics' Choice Awards for the second consecutive year, so very cool there. Jared Leto has joined the cast of the Blade Runner sequel. And it looks like they're done with the casting now, so he's the last addition there. So nice to see Jared Leto join the Blade Runner 2 movie. The Flash has set Ashley Rickards as a female version of the classic DC comic supervillain The Top. Cool. I don't know anything about this villain, but I like Ashley because she's hot as hell. Jennifer Carpenter has been cast opposite Vince Vaughn in the new film Brawl in Cell Block 99. Jennifer Carpenter is good in anything she does, so that's a great addition there. Rainn Wilson has joined the Jason Statham big killer shark movie Meg. It looks like he's going to be the guy that unleashes the monster shark, so very cool. Oh, the Jean-Claude show on Amazon is called Jean-Claude Van Johnson. See, I was close. I said Van Smith, I think, right? So you can check that out right now. Metallica has finally announced the name and release date of their new album. And I listened to their new song, and I gotta tell you, I did not like it very much. I'm a big Metallica fan, but I was not too hot on this new song. Their new album is titled Hardwired to Self-Destruct. It will come out on November 18th. It's been a long time, man. Their last album was 2008 for Death Magnetic, which I thought was an excellent album. But yeah, Hardwired is the new single as well, and that's the one that I don't really care for very much. So, but yeah, it's good to see. Zendaya, we know that she is in the new Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man Homecoming. When she first got cast, they kind of played us and said, oh, she's playing a new character named Michelle. Well, now reports are coming out saying she's actually Mary Jane. So a lot of controversy going around saying, how we got Mary Jane be African American, and why isn't she a redhead, and blah, 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 blah. I don't know, man. I just report the news. I don't really like to speak too much on it. It's an interesting choice if this really is where they're going. Now, the studio has not confirmed that she is, in fact, Mary Jane. But it's interesting. I mean, I think she's a good actress. I think that she'll do good in the movie. She's not really Mary Jane to me, but maybe she'll sell me on it once I see it on the big screen. I've always trusted Marvel in their casting choices, so I'm not going to start doubting it now. So we'll see. And speaking of Spider-Man, Tom Holland, who plays the new Spider-Man, he did a really cool thing, man. He put on the Spider-Man suit, he went to a children's hospital, went around, visited everybody, and really cool pictures online of this. And I love it, man. I love seeing these guys in the MCU put on the suits and go down to hospitals and talk to kids, really make their day, man. These are some sick kids, and they make their lives better, and I love when they take the time out to do that. The CW is developing a Lost Boys series, so that is coming, and it's from the creator of Veronica Mars, so I know a lot of people are stoked on that. They have this big plan for this, too, like it's going to go 7 seasons and all kinds of shit, so yeah, Lost Boys supposedly coming to the CW. Vin Diesel, now take it for what it is, Vin Diesel says that the Guardians of the Galaxy will be in Avengers Infinity War, so now it's looking like it's being confirmed that we are going to finally get our Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers crossover, which is something we kind of expected anyway for Infinity War. I mean, we got Thanos being the bad guy. Why wouldn't you cross over the Guardians, with the Avengers and have them all kind of team up on Earth? It only makes sense to me. So cool to kind of hear Vin Diesel kind of confirm that. Hopefully he's telling the truth, because sometimes Vin just likes to talk fucking shit just to kind of get his name out there. Mission Impossible 6's pre-production has been halted over a Tom Cruise salary dispute. Hate to hear stuff like this. We all love the Mission Impossible movies. I'm ready for a 6th one. I doubt this will hold anything up for a long period of time, but yeah, production's been kind of pre-shut down as of right now. Joe Carnahan says that Bad Boys for Life will be the strongest of the trilogy, so that's really cool to hear. I love Bad Boys 2. It's one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Love it, love it, love it. I can't wait to see what they do with this 3rd one here. Ben Affleck is set to direct and star in a new film called Witness for the Prosecution, so that'll probably be pretty cool. Jessica Jones' star has been cast as the human target on Arrow. I don't even remember this guy from Jessica Jones. He doesn't look familiar to me at all. Michael Pena is set to star in a new hotel horror thriller called The Bringing. And on top of that, he's also been confirmed to come back for Ant-Man and the Wasp. So, great. He was one of the best parts about the Ant-Man movie, so I'm glad to see that he's coming back. We have a full article up of everything that's coming to Hulu in September, so you definitely want to check that out. The little horror movie Lights Out has just passed $100 million at the worldwide box office. It doesn't sound like much, and when you hear about all these other movies making $500, $600, $700, $800 million, but this is the movie that only cost $5 million to make, and it just crossed $100 million at the worldwide box office. Pretty impressive. Former Backstreet Boys and NSYNC manager Lou Pearlman has died at the age of 62. I believe he died in prison, too. He was in prison for like 25 years for like money laundering and faulting contracts and all kinds of shit. Let's see here. We're just about wrapped up here on the news, making sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah. Let's see here. Last piece of news I have, and we're going back to our... It's funny that it's the last piece of news, and it's also our last piece of Rock Rolls! Rock Rolls part, 3 or 4 tonight? And this comes from The Rock, talking about, we know he's going to be doing a new Jumanji. And everybody was saying, it's a Jumanji reboot that he's doing with Kevin Hart and Jack Black. The Rock came out and he says, there's been a lot of miscommunication on this thing. He says it is not a reboot, and it's actually a follow-up. It's going to be a sequel following the events of the first movie. So that's pretty interesting because, every site has reported it as a reboot. And he says, no, we want to honor Robin Williams. We want to honor what Jumanji has done already and add some more to it. So, pretty cool. Jumanji will not be a reboot. It will be a follow-up. I like it. And with that, that is the end of the news. So let's get on over and look at our box office and release dates, and we'll wrap this baby up. On DVD and Blu-ray this Tuesday is going to be The Huntsman, Winter's War, and The Nice Guys. In theaters this Friday is going to be Don't Breathe, Mechanic Resurrection, and Hands of Stone. And here's your box office report. Top 10 as of today. Coming in number 10, Florence Foster Jenkins with $4.3 million. Number 9 is The Secret Life of Pets with $5.8 million. Number 8 is Jason Bourne with $8 million. Number 7 is Bad Moms with $8.1 million. Number 6 is Pete's Dragon with $11.3 million. Number 5 is Ben-Hur with $11.4 million. This was a debut right here. Ben-Hur only coming in number 5 with $11 million on a $100 million budget. Ouch. Number 4 is another debut. It's Kubo and the Two Strings, bringing in $12.6 million. Number 3 is another debut, It's War Dogs, which I already reviewed for you earlier tonight. War Dogs is the biggest release of the weekend, coming in number 3 with 14.3 million. Coming in number 2, it's Sausage Party with 15.3 million. Like I said, Sausage Party's killing it right now. This movie was made on a $19 million budget. It made like $35 million opening weekend last week and another $15 million this weekend, plus what it's made over the week. It's already crossed $100 million on a $19 million budget. Pretty cool. And coming in number 1 for the 3rd week in a row, it's Suicide Squad with another $20.7 million. It's made close to the $300 million mark here in the U.S. and another between $200 to $300 million worldwide. So it's right around that $600 million mark worldwide. So that's it. We did it. It's another hour-long show in the books. Hopefully we'll get back to our week schedule as of Sunday, and we'll review at least Don't Breathe. Yeah, I don't think I'll probably see anything else next weekend, but definitely Don't Breathe. I'm looking very forward to that one. So enjoy your week. Let's wrap this baby up. You can follow us on Twitter at Am I On The Air. You can follow me on Twitter at DXDonMega. Our official webpage is amiontheair.com. Go to it, listen to the shows, listen to the Am I Still On The Airs, look at movie reviews, links galore, watch movie trailers, amiontheair.com, baby. We are, of course, on iTunes, so you can download, rate, subscribe, get us on iTunes. We are available on a lot of different media platforms. If you're looking for something on the go, Google Music Play is a great way to listen to us. It's available the quickest on Google Music Play than any other platform after I post it. So that's a way. Of course, Stitcher, Spreaker, TuneIn. We are all over the interwebs. Of course, like I said, we're available on Instagram, so follow our Instagram feed. Just search Am I On The Air. Of course, RedDragonsRadio.com, our amazing affiliate, where you can listen to this and many other great podcasts on the interwebs. RedDragonsRadio.com. Follow on Twitter at RedDragonsRadio. And lastly, we're of course on YouTube, so subscribe to us on YouTube at youtube.com/Am I On The Air. And like us on Facebook. How did I miss Facebook? Go to facebook.com/Am I On The Air and give us a like. Click that little thumbs up button, and we really appreciate it. You can get all the news as it drops, Facebook and Twitter, faux show. And that'll do it for me. Like I said, August the 21st. This episode here for my mom. My mom's birthday was this past Friday, August 19th. For those of you that know me, know my mom passed away this past March. It's been really, really difficult. It's been very, very difficult over these past several months to not have my mother around. Was very close with her, and it's been rough. And I knew once August hit, it was going to be even rougher. And August 19th was a very tough day to get through. So, happy birthday, Mom. I miss you and think of you every single day. It was also my parents' anniversary. This was going to be 43 years together. So definitely had to call my dad and see how he was doing, and it was a really rough day for him and of course for the whole family. So just been a tough weekend overall, and just thinking of you, and I love you, and hope we're making you proud still down here as you watch down from heaven. So we love you, Mom. This is for you, and I hope you guys all have a great week, and until next time, peace.
Bye, Daddy. Red Dragon! Red Dragon!